What is up, everybody? J-Nail here with my UFC on Fox 16 recap video. Let's get into it. I hope you saw it last night. It was exciting, and I went 4 for 4. Perfect! Alright, let's get into it. First up, I chose Joe Lozon to beat Takanori Gomi, and he did in the first round. They felt each other out for a little bit. He went to the ground. He got his back real quick, flattened him out, was landing some serious ground and pound. We're talking raining down shots that were connecting all face, flat up against the ground. I think he probably had him out and then probably woke him up again with another shot. Herb Dean was right there watching it. It looked like he was going to stop it, but he didn't. It was actually Joe Lozon who stood up himself, backed up off the fight. Then he turns around and noticed, wait a minute, Herb Dean hasn't actually stopped the fight yet. He starts to go back, then Herb waves him off. So this was an interesting way for the fight to start, kind of awkward, very interesting. Let me know what you thought of that. Let me know who's next for both men, but especially Joe Lozon. Now, next up, got this pick as well. Chose Edson Barbosa to beat Paul Felder, and he did in a 3-round decision. I totally agree. They both got performance bonuses. This was a very good, hard hitting. You heard every shot that both men threw, every kick, every punch. Very punishing fight. Both of them busted up and bloody with swelling and cuts and bruising. I believe the 3rd round is really what did it for Renan. He kind of really outpointed him there with the switch kicks, kicks to the bodies. Even Paul's body was all busted up and bruising. Again, this was a good win, good fight. Let me know what you thought of it. This is Paul Felder's first loss. Oh, I think he'll be better for it. I think he's a smart fighter. I think he's one to watch. I think there's good things to come for him. So who do you think is next for both fighters? Paul Felder and, of course, the winner, Edson Barbosa. Now, co-main event, and I got this pick. I chose Miesha Tate to beat Jessica Eye, and she did. First round. This is a very competitive fight. First round especially. Jessica Eye came at her hard and was tatting her up. She was outboxing her. Miesha Tate ended up connecting with a right that knocked her on her butt, got on top, and finished the round on top. I believe round 1 goes to Jessica, but you could say that Miesha stole it from her. Second and third round goes the same way. Miesha Tate actually outboxes her. You could tell she's been working on her boxing. She is getting better. She doesn't finish her. She ends up taking her down, holding position, but really couldn't get off too much offense because Jessica was doing a good job of tying her up. So this was a very good win for Miesha Tate. And Dana White already said that she's earned yet another title shot. And if Ronda Rousey does beat Bethe O'Hara, she'll be fighting her for the 3rd time. And to those who scoff at that, look, she is getting better. You can see that. And she's a vet. And it's interesting what we're seeing now in the last 5 years, these veterans who are managing to hit this learning curve late in their careers or later in their careers. It's quite interesting, very impressive, and she's one of them. She is getting better. Does that mean she can beat Ronda if Ronda escapes Bethe? I don't know. But if she can beat everyone else, then she deserves another title shot. That's all there is to it. So that's who's next for Miesha Tate. Let me know what you think of that decision. Now, main event, and I got this pick, and still the UFC Bantamweight champion, TJ Dillashaw. Let's get into it. So this was a good fight. Much more competitive than the first fight. I thought Renan did better, even though it ended earlier in the 3rd. Now, let's get into it. So they're going back and forth. Renan came out with a vengeance, came out quick. TJ even said he came out so quick, he had TJ fighting quicker than he wanted to, so he had to kind of settle down. TJ was having fun in this fight, y'all. Oh, his movement is a thing of beauty. Switching stance fluently back and forth, constantly changing levels. His shots come from so many different angles. You don't know where his shots are coming from next. Beautiful. His movement, his body movement, his footwork is beautiful. Really demonstrates the artistry of mixed martial arts. He was having fun. He was smiling. He was having his hands down a couple of times, and I hate that, but he was having fun. Now, again, this was much more competitive. Renan came out strong. I had to remind myself that Renan is a fast fighter because TJ was that much faster than him. So much quicker than him. Renan Barao's hard to put away. Now, we come to the 3rd round. TJ managed to zap his energy by holding him up against the fence, trying to take him down. Not getting the takedown, but zapping Renan's energy from him. That 3rd round, his shots were so labored. It clearly worked. So here comes the 3rd round. TJ's got him up against the fence. Everything he is throwing is landing, and landing hard. I'm like, okay, so you give the veterans some leeway, you give them the benefit of a doubt, you give ex-champs the benefit of a doubt, but Herb really walked that line for me here. TJ is busting him up. The only thing that is holding Renan up is the fence and TJ's punches. I believe Renan is out on his feet. Eyes glazed over. It is over. TJ's just busting him up. Renan's body is moving each and every way with TJ's punches. By the time Herb Dean does stop the fight, I was screaming, it's over. So this was very close for me. I'd rather an early stoppage than a late stoppage. So let me know what you thought of this stoppage, but it was over. It was over. It was right there. He walked that line for me. So let me know what you think. Let me know. Oh, so Dominic Cruz's name came up a lot. He said he has a 60% shot of being ready for 2016, whatever that means. Look, with the beautiful movement that Dominic has, that would be a dream fight between him and TJ. And of course, I think he should have a fight first if he does make it back. And if we could get a 2 to 3 year career out of Dominic Cruz, I would love it. I would love it, because he's also a very unique fighter. We don't get to see very often someone who with that style. So I would love it. I just don't know if we can get it. I don't know if he can stay healthy for 2 to 3 years. That's all. Let me know what you think of that, of Dominic Cruz, of TJ's performance. Renan Barao, I think he should move up. Move up to featherweight. I know he doesn't want to because of Jose, but I don't know. It just feels like it might be time. He struggles every time with the weight cut. So let me know what you think of that. Should Renan move up? TJ's next opponent, Dominic Cruz. Misha Tate getting the title shot. Any injury updates? The weird stoppage with Takanori Gomi. Edson Barbosa. Let me know how you did on your picks. Follow me on Twitter. I have an Instagram account now. I do 15-second recaps and prediction videos that are exclusive to Instagram. Follow me on Facebook, all at JNellOwens. Talk to me. Take care. And goodbye.